There are new cards being added in almost every day in 2K20 MyTEAM. We are getting so many of them. We are getting well over an average of 3-4 new cards a day. And right now, pretty much every new card that 2K are releasing is pretty good, with the exception of a couple of them. There's free Galaxy Opals, there's free Pink Diamonds. Heck, there's free absolutely everything right now in 2K20 MyTEAM. There has never been a better time in terms of the game not being played to win than right now. There's Spotlight Sim challenges, there is everything. But time and time again, you come up against people that sometimes aren't bad players, that maybe just starting MyTEAM, and they use certain cards that when you see them in the lineup, if you know what you're doing and you've played the game enough, you see a lineup before the game starts and you know it's an automatic win. You know that no matter what your opponent, who your opponent is, that it's game over. It is game over, you've won the game. And some of these are high rated players. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about players, I'm pretty sure they're all either Amethyst or Diamond and above, that you should never use in NBA 2K20 MyTEAM if you want to win. So, first of all, they're not on this website because current Series 2 cards aren't on 2K Central where I'm looking through all this. Never run a current or a current Series 2 card. Please, lads, do not run a current or current Series 2 card. Obviously, there's a mistake running like early day diamonds and stuff, but you don't see that too much. What you do see is a lot of people that want to use their favorite players and they're running with a Steph Curry or they're running with an Anthony Davis or something. And lads, I get it. There is the draw to use your favorite players. Everyone wants to use their favorite players, me included. The problem is that those cards will be eaten alive. But anyway, now we're going to go over, I think it's another 15 players. So yeah, first of all, Jason Kidd. Trust me, Jason Kidd is not that dude. Like, stats-wise, he looks like it's it. It honestly looks like he's got some of the best stats in the game. Badges-wise, he's got 47 Hall of Fames. Like, unbelievable. He has the worst release in the game, and it's not even close for a guard. You can give Jason Kidd probably 4 feet of space. You can help off Jason Kidd, travel the whole length of the floor. You're never going to outrun the pass. But by the time you jump at Jason Kidd, if he's going into his jump shot, you will have contested him. You literally can play him almost like he's Ben Simmons. He can hit wide open. His release is so bad, especially for his price. And if you're using him, he's going to bump your overall up, which means you're likely to come up against better opponents. So unless you're a massive Jason Kidd fan, trust me, don't use Jason Kidd. And the same for the next guy. Any version of Devin Booker. If you're just starting out the game and you got your Devin Booker free, or you want to use this specific card because he's free, fair enough. But if you have MT locked into this Devin Booker, even Evo'd, this card is hopeless. He is hopeless, lads. Like, yeah, can hit wide open, but so can literally any card in this game. Devin Booker, some of the worst drill moves in the game. Honestly, a one-trick pony, a 3 and not really D player. Yeah, I guess he can score 3-pointers, but can't do anything else, and he's clunky and slow. So it's another player that when you see Devin Booker in the lineup, you know that it's going to be kind of game over. Next up is one player that I think has a bit of a use, and it's Mirasan. So in the right hands, Mirasan can be effective, but there are so many better alternatives. I get it that he's cheaper, but he can't guard anyone to pick and roll. He's got lateral quickness of only 71, which again is not terrible for Mirasan. He also can't shoot the 3 ball. 64 rating is just not it. He literally is he's just a pull. Yes, he can take post hooks, but post hooking has been nerfed. If you are a super skilled player in the post, you can dominate with Mirasan. But what Mirasan brings as a negative is normally outweighs the positives of Mirasan. There are certain players that can dominate with him, which is why I'm not going to necessarily say that he's a terrible card. However, for the vast majority of players, putting Mirasan in your team just masks the problem. A lot of the time it forces you to play a zone because most centers can now run. So most centers just run around Mirasan and get dunks or get layups. If you're triggering layups, it's even better because he's less likely to be blocked. Mirasan had his time back when Mirasan was good when you could sit him in zone and when center speed was the thing. So like Mirasan became Mirasan when 2K changed the sliders so the centers ran faster than guards. Also, Mirasan was also Mirasan at the start of the year when everyone played zone because no one had range extender. Because the only real way to beat a zone is by spreading the floor and just shooting from deep. So when nobody could beat zone, Mirasan was a god. And also when no one on your team could shoot, you were missing shots, he was getting boards, and you could still post cheese with him. So, but now it's just not his time. Next we're going for Spencer Haywood. And as much as I do like him as a really good defender, I'm talking about him as a wing with no range extender. And I'm sorry, it's difficult. It is really difficult to play this game with a wing with no range extender. What it does means is that if he's on one wing, you can help off completely. You can help off completely. So, for example, if I'm playing against a dude with, I don't know, Dwayne Wade a point guard, doesn't matter who's a center, Spencer Haywood's on the wing and standing at the hash mark, because most freelance players will have him at the hash mark. You can literally just off ball on Spencer Haywood's man, completely help in, double team the ball, blitz the screen from the weak side, and Spencer Haywood's in a position where he won't be able to shoot from deep. So at this stage in the game, or else, like if you want to use a card like this, you're forced to use the 21 delay freelance, which kind of ruins your spacing. So Spencer Haywood right now is a cards like this. There's more than him, but just a non-range extender wing, you're gonna have a bad time. Trust me. Then we have got Carmelo Anthony Diamond card or Pink Diamond. I've come up against a lot of Carmelo Anthony cards. So like either this card right here, like no, I don't ever come up against this card right here. Like I'm not even talking about this. This guy's just terrible. Like he's just straight up terrible. But I've come up against this guy a lot, as well as this card a lot. One Melo has a badge called Steady Shooter. A steady shooter basically means that they miss a bunch of open shots for no reason. And that kind of kills the card. And also one big thing about Melo specifically is that he can't shoot from the corners. The way his base is he will step inside the 3-point line. He legitimately can't shoot from the corners. Next player again is a player that can be effective, but very, very few people know how to use him. And it's Nikola Jokic. And by this isn't like this card doesn't suck, you just don't know how to use him. I mean, like, the only way you can use this card is by basing your entire game around Jokic. You literally have to post cheese with him. You have to post cheese with him from the top of the 3-point line. You have to base your entire team structure around Jokic. So if you surround Jokic with a bunch of shooters, he can actually be kind of effective. But like, why the hell would you surround your entire team for a guy who's going to get burned every single time on defense? And yeah, if you can switch matchups, but as soon as the other team brings in their bench lineup, you're either going to have to call a timeout or make a pause to switch the matchups. So like, literally, if someone's matchup cheesing me with Jokic, I literally just go starters, bench, till he's matched up to a point guard, or he uses up all his pauses to get matchups and just run by him. So yeah, it's kind of like a weird situation where a lot of the time you will find a way to get Jokic onto a player he just can't guard. So is he good? He's okay, especially when he gets to Opal. But the vast majority of the time, you're either playing against someone who's using him as a novelty, or you're playing someone who doesn't really know how to use him. Next is another player basically like Jokic, and is Dirk. Dirk's release is hopeless. It is so bad. Yeah, it's a novelty, you can dribble glitch, it's a novelty that Dirk's playing at the 2, but like, he can't shoot. Like, yeah, he can hit wide open, but every card can hit wide open. He really is a card that's 200k for nothing. Then we have got the glitch Klay Thompson. So first of all, you have to lock in a set to get him. I know his set doesn't cost anything, but there's a big reason why this card sucks. There's two reasons why this card absolutely sucks. Reason number one, steady shooter. So again, he misses open a hell of a lot. And the other reason this card sucks is that this Klay Thompson, just like the Ruby Klay Thompsons, are glitched so that he keeps switching onto the center. I don't know what it is. I actually don't know what it is. You can change matchups all you want, but Klay Thompson sure as hell is going to guard the other team center for some reason. Like, it almost ruins the game. I don't know why. It's only ever happened to me with Klay Thompson, but it's a real thing. The Klay Thompson glitch is a real thing, and this card is the glitch Klay Thompson. And again, also, no Hall of Fame range, steady, quick draw. Like, Craig Elo's 10 times better. So just, yeah, I would advise you not to use him. Then this Karl Malone. Cards like Karl Malone just really aren't great. So first of all, like, they're not great perimeter defense. They don't have major height. They can't play at the small forward position. Also, not incredible shooters. And if you're looking at badges, like, yeah, he's got goal quick draw, goal range. He doesn't have a great release. But like, anytime I come up against Karl Malone, he's been a huge liability. On mostly the defensive end, offensive end, he's not terrible. But yeah, so Karl Malone, I think when he gets an Opal, he'll be a good card. Right now, no. Next is a TTO god, and it's Russell Westbrook. I'm saying this right now. Westbrook is fine to run in TTO. He is perfectly fine to run in TTO. He does the job. However, do not use Russell Westbrook in MyTEAM Unlimited. There will be people in the comments that swear by it and they have success. Fair enough. Sometimes people can have success. But like, if you are using a 6'9" power forward, or even a 6'9" point guard, like, I wouldn't even use him as a point guard. You're going to have to manipulate matchups. You're going to have to change everything up just to incorporate a card into your team that's good, but still a 6'3" player. Like, is he a god in TTO? Yes. He is a TTO god. If you want to play him in Triple Threat Online, use him. He is brilliant. Do not use him in Unlimited. And now, you guys know he's here. The broken Gary Payton. The worst jump shot I have ever used in any 2K game in history. And I'm kind of disappointed because this card, like Gary Payton back in the day, like 2K17 was a god. Gary Payton 2K17, he was absolutely incredible. His fadeaway was glitched, greened every single time. But this card right here, again, some good defensive badges. And you still to this day see people use Gary Payton. That's the reason why he's here. Like, if no one used him, I wouldn't put him on this list. But you still to this day see people using him and he's terrible. Next, Louis Dampier. I had so much hope for this card. Great stats all around the board. I know he's only 6 foot tall, but some 6 foot tall guys are usable. Tony Parker base, great badges. He moves like a slug. He moves like a slug, lads. And the fact is that he's 6 foot tall, so you still sometimes see people using him, like, unironically. Like, Earl Boykins. No one's crazy enough to use Earl Boykins unironically. And at the same time, Earl Boykins can do a hell of a lot more than Louis Dampier because Earl Boykins has weight base. Like, Dampier is bad. I thought he was going to be good. I really did think he was going to be good. He is just straight up bad. And you still come up against him a lot. I think Isaiah Thomas is almost at kind of the same level as a free TTO opal, but I think IT is a little bit better and a little more usable. Now, this card, you see this card and you think you've won. Anytime I saw this card in Unlimited, you've won. Basically, he has a 6'2" point guard. Can't really dunk that well. Is fast, I guess, but can't shoot. No range extender either. That's literally it. He doesn't do anything well. He does absolutely nothing well. So, yeah. Like, I get it, he's got good speed, but every card is good speed right now. There is nothing that makes this card usable right now, and I still to this day see people using them. And now the last two. And people use these last two cards because they're their favorite players. And I fully understand people using it for that reason. But it doesn't mean that they don't harm your team big time. First up is Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, career highlights 93. He has been, like, the only things that are guaranteed now in life are Michael Jordan being on boards or in random locker codes and death. Like, they're the only two things that are guaranteed in life. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone at this stage has this card. So Michael Jordan, no 3-ball. He's got moderately good speed, pretty good defense, but like no real badges. But to be fair, that's normal because it's just based on this 95 overall card which came out in December. It has to be worse than that one. But like, this guy's terrible, and I still come up against Jordan. Like, you see Jordan in lineup, whether it's TTO or whether it's Unlimited, you know you've won. You know you've won because this card is awful. Like, it's absolutely awful. And last up, I know people are going to complain, and you know what? If you want to use this card just based off the memory of this guy, that's fine. And it's perfectly fine. Like, I wouldn't tell anyone to take this card out of the team for that reason. But I know for a fact there are people using this card because they think it's good. It's Kobe Bryant. This card is the number one most used player in TTO. And I'm not even kidding. I come up against Kobe at least one every 3 games. Kobe is more used than anybody. He is the most used TTO player. And literally you just run by him. You run by him every time. If 2K gave this card gold clamps, not even half clamps, if they gave him gold clamps, and I was shocked they didn't evo him to give him gold clamps, this card would be a moderately okay card. But he's got no clamps. Got no clamps, okay shooter, plays no defense whatsoever, and you see this card so much. And again, if you want to use him out of respect, that's fine. However, if you want to use Kobe Bryant because you think he's going to make your team better, trust me, he's not. He makes no team better in this game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Every day, more and more new cards are released. Every day, the line is blurred between tiers. Every day, we're seeing more and more cards like Paul Westphal. who is a diamond card with 35 Hall of Fame badges. Way more Hall of Fame badges than Galaxy Opals had at the start of the year. Every day we're seeing more of them. And to be honest, cards are getting left in the dust. Pink diamonds from 2 months ago are being left in the dust for new, shinier opals that play better than most of the pink not opals, amethyst to play better than most of the pink diamonds. People, more and more overall snobs are coming out, and that's kind of what I wanted to address in this video. A lot of people, especially when they're new, when they just go in and look at cards and look at the overall at face value, don't look at anything else. And trust me, some of these high overall cards suck. They really do. But anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.